Jim, for the record, what was your, what were the years that you served as president of the New England section?
Oh boy, that's a good question. I served so many offices, it's hard to remember what years it was, but it was 96, 97, I believe. Those were the years that I was president, and it was a great couple of years, and proud, really very proud to represent the New England section.
At the time of your presidency, what were the most pressing issues that you had at that time?
At the time of being president of the section, I think the biggest pressing issue was the fact that we were going through a real growth spurt. We were going through a time when we were growing very quickly, and a lot of things were happening. Ed Carboni was doing an outstanding job as our executive director, and our tournaments were growing, our involvement in junior golf was growing, and everything was exploding. And so it was sort of like, it was the heyday of golf at that time in the mid-90s. So we had to try to keep up with it and try to stay ahead of the others and to make the New England PGA relevant. So, I think that was the most exciting thing that happened during that time.
What accomplishments during your presidency are you most proud of?
I think we went through a few things during my time. One of them was a reorganization of the New England section management team. We made some changes, and they ended up proving to be excellent changes at that time. We expanded our tournament programs, expanded the junior programs, so we did a lot of things like that. I think it was probably bringing in, sort of a reorganizational structure to the section. I think prior to that, it was sort of run like the old days. And we kind of just brought it in and reorganized and sort of defined the areas of responsibility, and I think it worked out pretty well.
What do you remember the most, or what's your favorite part about being president of the New England section?
Well, I'm extremely proud of my involvement with the New England section, because I really was the first one to come from outside of sort of that Eastern Mass area, someone who came from Vermont, especially Vermont, to become not only a board member, but an officer and eventually the president of the New England section. So I think that's what probably was my greatest accomplishment, is that I brought the chapters into the section a little bit more. I think we gave the chapters relevance during that time, and they became important. And I think the chapters like New Hampshire and Maine and Vermont, we're proud of that. That now here we are members of the New England section, and we are important.
I'm going to go a little off topic, and you don't know about this question, but as we know, Jim Remy was the president of the PGA of America as well, and he's the first president to hold national office for the section, from the New England section. So I'm going to ask you, what's your most proudest moment of being president of the PGA of America?
Boy, I'll tell you, I've had that question before. I think my proudest moment was becoming president of the PGA of America and representing the New England PGA. When you look at New England PGA, a charter member of the PGA of America, had never had a national president or officer serve the association, and to rise up from a little town in Vermont and a small chapter in a Northeast traditional section to become president of the PGA, I think that was probably one of the things I'm most proud of. Great events, speaking on behalf of the United States of America at the Ryder Cup, both at the opening and closing ceremonies, standing there representing your country. I think that was certainly one of my proud moments. And I'll never forget in New Orleans when I was able to award the Black Pioneers membership into the association posthumously. Those are moments in time that you'll never forget. It was some great things. But, laying a wreath on the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier in Washington, D.C. at Arlington National Cemetery, on behalf of 27,000 men and women professionals. Those are all great memories. It's filled with memories.
Sure. And, well, thank you very much for sitting down with us. And on behalf of me personally, I'd like to thank you for all your guidance and tutelage over the last couple of years. I really appreciate all that you've given me.
Well, you're doing a great job. I'm proud of you for becoming president of the New England PGA. I'm proud of you for the fact that you're from Vermont chapter of the New England section of the PGA of America.
Thanks, Jim. I appreciate you sitting here with us.
Okay.